I don't like
things in
rat
dishwasher.
salad.
I'm not gonna put in the dishwasher.
You like, this person's ugly.
I'm really mad about my hands.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back with another episode of the Mike to Mike podcast. Well, this is a new thing we're doing, and we're on episode 5 of it. And this is called Manhood Conversations, episode 5. Man, we've been doing this for 5 weeks. And we got to cheer it up for that, man. Yes. It's another episode, and you know what, man? We got to get our esteemed panel their introductions before we get started with this excellent show that we got for you guys. To the right of me, you already know who it is, man. Let's give it up for cousin George.
What's happening? What's up, fellas? What's going on?
What's the word?
Good. All right, then to the bottom of him, you already know who it is. It's my brother, man. You see it in his bio. Follow Unc Smokehouse, man. It's Unc himself, man. Give it up for my brother Meech, man.
What up? Happy to be back. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Man, to the left of him, you already know who it is, man. He's the staple of our show now, bro. He's family now on the Mike to Mike podcast, man. Let's give it up for my guy, Kevin Aldridge, man.
So, fellas, yes, sir. Good to be back this week.
And I'm glad to see you back, man. I know you was down last week, man, but it's good to see you back in good health, good spirits, man. I'm so happy to be back on the show, man. So, yeah, we got a great show for you guys tonight. And we're going to get right into it, man, because this fatherhood, brotherhood thing, manhood thing is something that, you know, it can go on forever. And I got some good questions for you guys tonight. So we'll get started on that. And the first one is this. How has marriage changed your outlook on being a man? Since we're all married up here, this should be a question that all of us should be able to answer. And like I say all the time, I will start. I sent it out early. I don't know if you guys seen the questions. I did try to send them out to you guys early so you guys can read them. So you guys can give a great answer to the question. But I will start off on this one. When it comes to marriage, and I'm still learning this today. First of all, how it changes your outlook on being a man is it shows you that you really don't know anything, especially when it comes to a female. I'm just being honest. Sometimes it humbles you. It still humbles me to this day. I just got humbled again today. I'm being honest with you. Just early today, my wife sent me a text message, and I had to be humbled again. But one thing that I say that it changes as far as being a man is it shows you true patience. I know Brother Sam talked about that 2 weeks ago, but you have to be very patient when you're in a marriage because now you're not by yourself. You can't think like just you, a single entity. You have to think as, you know, a husband and wife. And you guys are one, but you have to think, you know, everything you do is not just about you anymore. It's about you and your wife or your spouse and your family. And sometimes that takes patience, you know, because sometimes they're not doing what you would do. You know what I'm saying? And that would irritate you sometimes. It would really, you know, drive me nuts. So now I have to sit back and say, hey, I have to be patient with her. She's not me. I'm not her. God made us different for a reason. And you have to figure out why God made you guys different and brought you guys together to work together. And one thing that marriage has truly taught me on being a man is being patient, because I'm not the most patient person in the world. I'm about it, get it, let's go. And every time it's not going to be like that. Every time your wife is not going to do what you would do, and she's not going to think like you, and she's not going to do exactly what you would do in this situation. And that just means that you need patience to understand her and understand how she operates. So that's what I would say is that's how marriage has changed my outlook on being a man. That shows you true patience as a man. So what about you? We'll start with Kev on this one. How has marriage changed your outlook on being a man?
Man, I think more so just being like humility. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
Being able to admit when you wrong as a man. You know, a lot of times we don't like to do that. We like to stick with our narrative and run with it. But a lot of times if we sit down and we really take heed to what our wife's telling us, 9 times out of 10 it's the right thing. So I've learned that being a man is to humbly, you know, sometimes you got to submit to your wife, you know, because sometimes they can lead us in a direction but we didn't know because, you know what I'm saying, it's a God thing. You know, and God is speaking through them too. He don't just speak to us. You know, you gotta be able to humble yourself and be like, what has God taught you? You know, and what ways can I follow you and what God assignment that He's giving you? So I think a lot of times it's for us to humble and just to sit back. And I don't mean just because you take the back seat in a situation, you taking the back seat in your marriage, or you taking the back seat being a father. Nah, it's all about, you know what I'm saying, we driving this plane together. So sometimes I'm gonna sit back and be the co-pilot, and I know God gave you a word, and God got you to go forth and do something. I'm gonna humbly submit. I'm gonna be quiet, and I'm gonna let the will of God go. So I think it's about being humble.
That's good. That was written down on my answer too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a great one, Kev. What about you, Meech?
I think it kills that status quo. You can't have bad days. You can't. She got to do everything that you tell her to do. It's your way or no way type of deal. Because like you guys just said, and like Jaleel in the comments is saying, like, man, equally yoked. That's actually is true. Like, you have to, although you set the standards and the table of how things should go, you still need your wife to be that reference to you, like, you, because we don't have all the answers. You know what I'm saying? And so I just continue to learn. Like, I had this conversation with my wife last week where she would express something to me, and I would take that opportunity to say something that she haven't done for me, and that's not the right way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? If we just stuck to the problem or whatever the situation is, and we just talked about it, opposed to picking at each other, we get a better solution to things. So I just think that status quo of you the man, you got to do this, you got to do this, I don't. Times has changed. You know what I mean? And like you need your wife, like, especially in your darkest hours. Like, I was telling my wife that earlier this week. Feel like I've been in a dark cloud lately, and like her attitude has just changed completely towards me. Like, hey, what do you need? What can I do for you? Even though my plate is full, what's one thing she said? She was being specific. What's one thing that I can do for you? And, you know, stuff like that goes a long way. So just breaking that mold of how old times are, it's different now. Things are different, and you really need your spouse.
That's a good one, Meech. And I'm just gonna read these comments. Shout out to my bro Jaleel. He's watching. Thank you for watching, bro. He says it's also no longer about you, which is why being equally yoked is huge. For reference, the wooden bar that connects two oxen is called a yoke, so they can pull a load together. If one is stronger, weaker, or pulling in a different direction, the work becomes hard, unbalanced, and frustrating. So correct, so true. Thanks for that, Jaleel. Somebody needs to read that. So appreciate that, bro. Yeah, George, what about you, man? How has marriage changed your outlook on being a man?
It changed my outlook on me realizing I don't have to be strong, right? I know that when we get married, especially black men, we come in, we got to be strong, we got to be dominant, we got to be this image of this thing that we can live up to. And the great part about it is our wives, and my wife has allowed me to realize I don't have to be strong, because she helps bear the load, like our references we just heard, right? And so my outlook has changed to the fact that I'm able to trust somebody wholeheartedly, and they have my best interest in heart at all times. You know what I mean? And so there's nothing that I feel I can't do or tell her, because I was like, I'm looking at me. We have the ability to help sustain. Yes, Kev said it a minute ago. You might not get this, but it might be a moment in time where biblically you can submit to her. What that means is she just might have the better idea in the moment, right? But I'm gonna say this for our wives. Our wives are so led by the Spirit that when they do lead, it ain't in a braggadocious way, right? Because it helps us bring everybody up to get to the next level. And so marriage is humble, patience. I don't have to be as tough. I can be vulnerable. And I'm still a man in all aspects and phases in those things that I gave you guys. So that's how it changed me.
And I'm sorry, I didn't even ask you guys. This is how I start the show, and I forgot this week. I was so excited to get into the questions. how has your past 7 days been? I have to ask you guys that every week. And can I start with me? I'll start with me. This week has been, it's been a good week, but like I said, my eyes get opened all the time, and that's why I love doing this show, is because it's real. My wife sent me a message and basically said that I'm not really hearing her or seeing her sometimes, and I had to look back on it and say maybe I'm not. I'm in a new phase of my life. I've been working nights past 10 years, so now I'm on days. I'm trying to figure out my routine, trying to figure out what's going on. It's a lot because once you've been in a routine so long, it's hard for you to change things. So now I'm here with the kids more, and she's like, you can wake the kids up, you can help me out, you can pick up the kids, and I'm like, you know what? When she said that, I'm like, you're right. I said I possibly could do better at those things, and I will get better. So that that's kind of been weighing on me a little bit because I don't like to see her like this, where she's and everybody goes through it, but she's very overwhelmed, I would say, right now. And we all get overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed too. I get overwhelmed, but I can do things to help her take stuff off her plate, and I'm going to strive to do better with that. So that's something that I'm going through right now. But keep us in your prayers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's life. That's just life. That's how life goes. And it's a never ending. It's a never ending process of figuring it out. So yeah, that's just me. So how about you, George? How's your week been?
Overall it's been pretty good. I'm steady trying to be consistent in my workouts, and that's helped me kind of relieve stress and really get clarity. You know what I mean? And so overall, not bad. Work is gonna be work. Home is home. So, but yeah, pretty decent.
What about you, Meech?
It's been better. I was talking to my wife earlier. It's just the other day. Just been feeling like I've been like in a rut lately, and I don't have control over it, and it's bothering me that I don't have it. And I think getting that out, telling her about that, getting on the podcast Sunday, today, I feel a lot better about things. I was able to get up way earlier than I normally do and work out way longer than I have all year. And that was something I did consistently last year. I just feel like this year
I haven't been able to do it.
Like you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm just surviving. I'm not, what I'm saying, living. You know what I mean? And I'm just I'm slowly trying to get my way back into some sort of consistency and just feel like myself again. So it's better. We getting there.
What about you, Kev?
I'm the same way with Meech. I'm getting better. I allow myself to be in a bad position where I had to go to the hospital. So I'm trying not to beat myself up too much about it. But, you start thinking about your family and how you let them down, but you still can't be in the rut, So I'm getting out of it, It's been a whole lot better these past few days.
Yeah,
sure.
Glad you're back, bro.
Yes, sir. Great to be back.
All right, and I kind of worded this wrong, but I wanted to ask you guys this question because we're going to be on the women a little bit. We have to talk about the women. And I will change this question to what expectations of a man has made men dislike women? Because there's a lot of men out there, and I'm seeing this more and more of them just do not like women. I'm like, man, you just don't like women. I mean, like, you just don't like them, and I'm trying to figure out what is your hate toward women. Who did this to you? But the more I watch it in today's society, it's a lot of red flags going on with women and what they are thinking that a man should do. And the main one is money. I watch these little vlogs. These guys walk around and they holler at girls and they got the Ray-Bans glasses on. A lot of times the first thing you hear is, what can you do for me financially? You know what I'm saying? They don't even say their name before it says, hey, are you going to take me to Eddie V's? You taking me to Perry's, a nice restaurant, right? What's your cash app? The cash app, you know what I'm saying? You gonna take me to the mall and buy me something nice? And I think that messes with the psyche of a man to where it's like, do you really want to get to know me, or do you just want my money?
Yeah.
All right. Are you? So I see a lot of that today, and I feel like that is a bad thing because a man will do anything for a woman that he truly loves. But to start off like that, and I see that in all this generation of young girls, and a lot of the older women too, a lot of the 40-year-old women that's single and all that, I see that with them too. But I just feel like that is something that will make a man not like a woman or can't stand a woman. So yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys, and we'll start with George on this one. What's one of the traits that you think makes a man not like a woman, or what they would look for in a man?
You know, I think that's a loaded question. I think it's multifaceted and layered. I think it's a bunch of things. Let me be honest with you. I think there's a bunch of effeminate men out here, too. And I'm not talking that. I'm just talking about the soft men, right?
Yeah.
There's a part in the Bible. What's it around? Galatians. Paul is saying, "Be a man," right? He's telling you, "Be a man." And men think that money, status, how many they can, let's be honest, tag and bag, make them a man. But what makes you a man is you being consistent every day. You getting up every day, going to a job that you might not like, but you know it's taking care of your family, right? So I think there's a bunch of things. I think the society that is upside down, where women come to men like a man to come to a woman in a sense, right? And I think it's the music. I think it's TV. It's so many elements where a man will feel like, well, I don't like a woman because of X, Y, and Z. But you got to look at the heart of what you want. And Mike said kind of best earlier. If you are attracted to a woman and you find yourself want to go to space, you will see her heart and really put yourself forward, and she'll see what's inside you. To be, okay, I'm going to pour into this guy, and we'll see where this thing takes us. I think there's a lot of casual situations. I think the enemy has made casual dating a thing to do. A lot of people date without intentionality. So it's so many elements to this thing where a man just does not really value the woman, and sometimes the woman might not value the man. So I think it's so many. I don't think it's one thing.
Yeah.
What about you, Meech?
I think I'm a little bit different about that, because I think it's the man's lack of discipline. Because like you just said, George, like if you're consistent, if you know what you're looking for, you know what you want, how you carry yourself, how you move and maneuver, the woman that you are courting, she's either what you're looking for, or she's giving you red flags and signs telling you that she ain't what you need right now in this season. And so you have to kind of set your standards of, I'm not looking for a friend. I'm not looking for someone that just want money or just always want to go and do this and go and do that. Like if she ain't where you are in life, I think you got to really take heed to that, accept that, and tell her like, this ain't gonna work. So I think it comes down to a man's discipline, because there's red flags. Is either you see them or you don't. If you don't, you're gonna see them later on. But if you really truly rooted in what you want in that season, you'll have an understanding of that. That's how I feel.
What about you, Kev?
I agree with both of them. Both of these fellas said it really should be outside noise. You know what I'm saying? If you know what God has for you, and you know the kind of woman that you want to court, what every other woman shouldn't really matter. It's what they say shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? As long as you on your path, you do what you're supposed to do as a man. Everything else should be outside noise. You know, it don't matter. I don't care what you want or what you think you want or what a man should be. If I'm going to do this thing biblically, God, first of all, is going to tell me what I'm supposed to be as a man. Simple as that. So I'm not even really tripping off of what you got to say or how you feel, you know, because it's already laid out for me in his word as who I am and what he's called me to be. You know what I'm saying? So everything else I feel like should be background noise. I just think, like they say, men should just be, you know what I'm saying, gird up your loins and let's start being real men. So can't nobody tell you, or you know what I'm saying, you should feel or anything. It don't matter because God told you what you are. So get in His Word and figure out what you are. And stop letting the world tell you.
Yep. I'm glad y'all answered that the way that y'all did, because I think people need to hear that, because there is a real pandemic going on with men and women. As far as, first of all, not being God-centered, not having discipline, lacking discipline, huge. That's a big part of it. But people are confused today, man. I'm telling you, just the priorities are horrible. You know, I had another question to add on it today, because it says, how do you feel about women who focus on what a man can do for them rather than a relationship? And I see that a lot. And here's the thing. I hope women are watching this too, because women that have this mindset, I'm going to let you know, you're never going to get the relationship that you really want thinking like this. All right. Thinking about what the man can do rather than building a relationship built on God, love, and everything else. You start with that. When that's your main focus and your main priority in a relationship, the relationship will not have a solid foundation. I'm letting you know that, because you're basing your relationship off things, all right, not off principalities, not off beliefs, but you're basing it off money and things. But I'm here to tell you that happens a lot in today's society. That's really what it is, man. I'm telling you. That's why I asked this question, because I see it so much, where this is the new normal for a lot of women. This is the new normal. If you write a book on how to get a man, this is the first chapter for a lot of them. Is, does he got money? Like that's really what it is. And I mean, I understand men are here to provide, but this should not be the sole thing that you think about. And I know a lot of women aren't like that. There's a lot of good women out there. But I wanted to ask you too, Kev, how do you feel about women that focus on just this part of it? Because I feel like this is something that's going on today a lot, and I see a lot.
I want to give women a secret. It ain't nothing that's more precious, that's the dopest, is that you know you got a woman that'll get in the foxhole with you.
Yes.
Everything that you want from a man, he will give it to you once he know that he will go to war for you.
Yes.
Once he know you gonna go to war for him, there's no greater desire in his heart. But to, you know what I'm saying, to retire you, I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't want my wife to work. That is not the desire of my heart. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we have to. We got kids, we got all of this stuff. But any chance I get to put her up and have her sit and be good, that's the desires of my heart. But at the same time, I know for a fact that my wife gonna go to war with me. It's just gonna make me go even harder to get her everything that she desires. So he's like, so all the women, my man got it. Nah, go to war with them, build with them. It's beauty in building with each other. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that y'all created this together. Ain't no better feeling in the world. It's both of y'all's.
Building.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all figured it out together from nothing with God in the middle, man, come on. Ain't no better feeling.
You are a team. You are a team. And
that's a team.
I mean, that's the problem, I think, with some women. I don't like bashing women, but I think that some women ask for the most. But then when you ask them, if anything, they give you the bare minimum.
The least.
It's like, that's not going to work. I mean, I don't know how you can even think you're going to be in a relationship with that type of mindset. It's not going to ever work. Relationship is teamwork. And when you're saying, hey, this guy got to drop 60 points a game, and you giving me 2 points and 1 rebound, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work.
It ain't gonna work. It ain't.
You can trade it. I'm sure you to Canada or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked this question. So, Meech, how do you feel about it? Because I mean, I need to hear y'all answer something.
I mean, the fame and fortune can go away in the instance.
Yes,
I can put you on a private jet and Uber XLs and fly you out, do all this stuff. I can be dead and gone tomorrow. Then what? I be dead and gone tomorrow. You gotta do it all over again. Yeah. So a lot of women with money, a lot of people in marriages or relationships that has money that cry themselves to sleep. All these stories that we see on social media is I didn't know they was going through that. Well, you never been through anything. You had all the fames and riches and glories, but you never been through anything. You won in the foxhole. You're not on the solid foundation. That ain't love. That's a transaction. That's what that is. And there is no. It's gonna get better. It can't. You're not built on anything. You know what I'm saying? And so for the women that think like that, or you raising your daughters to be like that, or your sons to have all the money in the world and spend it, like we're doing it wrong. And I really feel like people are doing it now because it's parents that influence that, right? I think on both sides, you want a person that's stable mentally, emotionally, physically. Like the money gonna come. You put that money, it's gonna come. But we gotta have something that's pure, that's real amongst each other, and everything else will fall in place.
Yes. Sure. Read our comments. Tiffany said attracting the wrong women. My aunt just said, for every woman out there, if you want that man who's going to love you the way that Christ loves the church, you need to be ready to be submissive to that man. Very true. Very true. What about you, George? How do you feel on this one?
Honestly, I don't know women like this. I think God has blessed me to be around women who don't think like
Beautiful women, right?
I can't even speak towards it. Like, we might see it on social media, but I can't pour into that. So, like, the women that I know, my wife, my sister-in-laws, my nieces, they're not these type of women. So I can't speak towards that.
Amen.
Cousins, Alina, I don't know women like that who only want men for this one thing. I know they're out there, but they won't listen to us because they might think we swerve, right? Yeah, I don't know nothing. Well, I'll be a swerve, but I've been a swerve married on 19 years. I'm cool with that, right?
Yes, a flex.
You at peace.
In all actuality, it's like casting out pearls among swine. Now, if they really want to hear it, then most definitely. But they got to come to me. I'm not going to look for that because I don't know women like that. I know they're out there yet again, but I don't know. So, good luck. I can tell them. Because they're going to have nothing but heartache and pain. If you don't see the heart of the person that you want to be with, you will never see that person, right? You never see the person.
Go ahead, George. Keep going. You know what, George? I think, your generation is a little bit different. It was more rare to see a woman like that. I think in these newer generations, it's happening more. That's probably why you don't know a lot of women like that. A lot of the younger generations, the new girls in their early 20s and, the new rap scene, or this is what the women rap about and things like that, it has changed these young girls' mindsets to this. And hopefully they change them. But it's a lot of young girls. A lot of the new ones that's coming up right now that's 24, 25, 26. This is really how they think. I'm being honest. Like, this is how they think. And I'm telling you now, that is a fantasy. First of all, there's not a lot of men out here that's able to fund your lifestyle like that. I'm just being honest with you.
They ain't scamming.
If you think men that make $200,000 to $300,000 grow on trees, you out.
I can tell them, Mike.
I mean, you might get you one that makes 75 to 100, but you thinking that you're gonna get a man that's gonna be able to, make $1 million a year. I mean, that's not real life.
Not realistic.
Some guys out there that do that, but they probably don't want you anyway.
Even if they did get that man, right, they'll ruin that man. Because Kev said something a minute ago. There's nothing better than building something with someone you love, right? Everybody wants quick and fast, quick and instant. Man, we got 19. And I said something the other day, and y'all get this. Every marriage got dents in it. The key to it is, long as it ain't total, right? Every marriage that's great. It got dents in it. That's fine, right? Long as it ain't total, you are okay. You know what I mean? So now, that's what Kev said is we need to understand. You building that.
Building that thing.
Now I got somebody who got my back. So these young girls want to be 24 and get a guy. They gonna, I try to be funny, run through you. He ain't gonna respect you. They're gonna talk for the babies, and you gonna be wondering why you can't find a good man. You put that energy into the ethos.
Man.
Like I said earlier, good luck. That's all I did.
And then you get mad when that man is cheating on you or out and about, never at home, still doing single related things. Well, you expected the money, right? he expect you to, I'm sorry to say, lay on your back and do just pleasurable things. You're not giving him anything. He can go with his money. He can go get that somewhere else.
Good luck.
Oh, he cheating on me. Like, what you think? What you think? He ain't gonna change.
That's the truth. So yeah, I just had to ask you guys that question because this is for everyone. You know what I'm saying, men and women, and some people probably need to hear that because they've never heard a man, a godly man, speak on something like this. All right, so I mean, I thank y'all for answering candidly. The next question I got for you guys is this: what's one good thing your kids get from you? A lot of times, a lot of women talk about everything when it comes to men bad, like you just like your daddy, like. But we're gonna talk about something that's good that your kids get from you. You know what I'm saying? And I would say two things with my kids for sure. One is my competitiveness. Both my kids have that trait, and I love that in them. All right, I want my kids to be competitive. I want them to be the best at everything. But does that mean that you roll over people? No, you got to teach them. You know what I'm saying? Sportsmanship and things like that. But that's one thing I am happy that they have is they're very competitive, and I want them to be competitive in life. But another thing is they're hard for God. They're hard for worship. I love that about my kids. Sometimes I'll hear them singing a song, and they'll just sing a song that we sung like 3 weeks ago. I'm like, you didn't even think they listening, and they know that's a word for word. And that's something that I love about my children is that they have a heart for God at such a young age, because I was just like that too. And I was singing in the car, and I was singing, and my dad would hear me singing, and he's like, "Oh, you knew that? I didn't know you knew that something." But that's something that I do love in them, and I hope they never change that. I hope that they carry that with them for the rest of their life, is having a heart for worship and singing and things like that they do. What about you, George? What's some good things that your kids get from you?
You know what? I think my boys get from me a sense of protection for the mother. My daughter gets a sense of protection from a man. And also, they got a weird sense of humor, and I like to bring humor into my home. I think laughter is one of God's greatest gifts, right? And so I'm a huge jokester with them. I'll do stuff, and so I want them to get a sense of not silliness, but of joyfulness, right? I think laughter and smiles, what I believe they get from me, and they ain't as funny as me, you know what I mean? But they
you, George. What about you, Meech? What about Burnley and Daxon? We don't really know yet, but
man, my kids, especially my oldest, they really, really love their family. Like they love their family, and that's how I am. Like I get emotional to talk about my family. I got a cousin now that's on American Idol that's finna go to the top 30. Like they talked about her story, and I remember at a reunion she had picked up Brinley and sang with her, like on her hip, and I was like, "Brenda, you remember her?" She don't remember, but like I just remember stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But my kids truly, truly love their family. Of course, their relationship with God, like you said, Mike, she sing every song we sing. She loved to dance. She called it the hallelujah. She talk about it all week. Like I just love that about them. Yeah, Dax, he's still a question mark.
Yeah. What about you, Kev? What about
Man, I think it's a mix of everything y'all said. First, like my kids love Christ. It's so dope, bro. My daughter, she wanted Bible trivia for Christmas, and she'll go grab her Bible and like, let's read a story. It's dope, bro. So for them to tap into that at a young age, and they love their family like wholeheartedly. My parents stay across the street from us, so every time we come home, can we go to Grammy and Papa house? First thing they ask, you know what I'm saying? So, and then the sense of humor. My house is an open ground. You feel like you want to get your issue off, if you want to joke, laugh and joke,
mine too.
For it. You know what I'm saying? No holds barred. Everybody can get it. So I love that about them, and they and it's also teaching them thick skin. You know what I'm saying? They can take a joke, they can roll with the punches. You know, they laugh, joke. So I definitely get that from me.
Yeah, man, that's dope. And I'll tell you this, man, some good things, but one bad thing is my kids can't dance to say they like.
I
Terrible
can't
dancer.
Kari is better, but Kylan, I'll tell you that we just had a little siblings thing on Saturday, and I know Meech said it too. Kylan is one of the worst kid dancers.
Horrible dancer. Love my nephew. He's a horrible dancer.
Oh, man.
Man, thank God he an athlete, because boy, he ain't gonna be the next Michael Jackson to James Brown. I tell you that right now.
Chris Brown Jr.
Oh no, George. Oh, I'm telling you, Kylan, it's atrocious, and I'm like, I'm bad too. He gets that thing. He can't dance, okay, but he thinks he can, and then he'll just after everything, he'll just break down into a break, like he'll break dance. He'll start break dance. Where did this come from? Where he
Oh, man.
Leave these kids.
But yeah, man, I love watching them dance though. We love watching because we crank
love
up.
it. Bad, right?
I said, man, you gotta stop talking about my son like that.
They say, Mike, there's limits now.
And now he walking in here because he hears us talking about him. So he just walked in here. You see, he hears y'all talking about it. That's why he
You
can't.
ever just watch a kid dance, you be like, my
Like, what is he doing?
what is that?
Yeah, man. It ain't
That's
good.
my boy
It ain't
though,
good.
man.
That's our boy. We love Kylan, but boy, he cannot dance. He can't. All right. Last question of the night, and then we go get y'all boys out of here is what's one trait every real man must have, and why? All right, and I'll give y'all a chance to think about this question. But with me, it's two things. My two things are integrity. We talked about that on previous episodes of the show. Integrity as a man is huge. All right, are you honest? Are you know what I'm saying? Are you truthful? Things like that. Are you doing things in the light, in the dark that you would do in the light? You know what I'm saying? Behind closed doors. Are you the same person? Those things are very important. But another thing that I think that every real man must have, and I'm a godly man, so I talk about this, is meekness. And when you look up the definition of meekness, that just means being submissive. And that every man must be submissive, all right, to something in order for your woman and your children to be submissive to you. And I'm submissive to God, you know, and that's the thing. I think that's the most important thing that every real man must have, is being meek and being submissive. You have to be willing to submit. You must not think you can't think you know everything. You can't think that you're always right. You can't think that it's your way or the highway, because you're gonna fail. All right. And everybody needs a roadmap. All right. And that roadmap is God. I'm just being honest. That's my roadmap. That's who I follow. All right. I'm a servant, and that's what I want to be. So that's just how I look at what every real man must have. And hopefully I explained that to you guys. But yeah, let's start with Kev on this one. What's one trait every real man must have, and why?
A real man with a family, you gotta be a provider.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to put on your boots and go figure it out. Nope. Be some tough days, you know what I'm saying? Gonna be some days where it look real bleak. But with that, you also gotta be able to get on your face before the Father and make sure that He got your path, like you say. You know, because you can get into being a provider mode and you can go off the wrong path. So you still got to make sure that as you in your provider mode, you provide how Christ wants you to provide. So I think that's one of the biggest things, being a provider.
That's a good one. What about you, Meech?
I'll say discipline. So that's discipline with your relationship with God. That's discipline with your bills. That's discipline with your integrity, doing the things that you said you're gonna do, being where you said where you're gonna be, and just a sense of peace. Like, you know, young moms and wives that just have kids or that get overwhelmed because of the dad is out and working or whatever, bringing peace into your home. Like, if you just a quick trigger, always snappy, or just react to everything without patience, I think you set the tone of your household. And so if that's how you are, and your wife gonna be that way, your kids gonna be that way. So just having that sense of peace, like, we can't both be in a rage. Somebody has to be the peace, and that's a choice to make.
And George, what about you? What's one trait every real man must have?
I think one trait every real man must have is the spirit of protection. How you protect your family, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, protect them, right? And I think with your sons, you give them wisdom on how to move in a space. With your daughters, you show them what a man do. Like every night, I lock my house up, right? I know my wife or my son might lock. I just got to make sure every door is locked, every window is locked. I protect. So even with the vehicles, right? If there needs to be tire change, oil change, sometimes people do it too, don't get it twisted. But I feel it's my responsibility to make sure they are okay, right? If something happens to that vehicle, what can I do? I'm not the best mechanic, but with ChatGPT and Google, we'll figure it out, right? You know, straight up.
Mhm.
And even with Caden, he 18. After I protect him, son, when you're in this car, you know what to do. You know the rules, right? You be mannerable, you be presentable. Now, you might get put over. You might just come across a jerk of a cop. That don't mean you be a jerk of a responder to his inquisition, right? I mean,
Mhm.
so I think every real man should be a protector, and you have to protect them physically and spiritually, financially and emotionally. So be a protector.
That's good. Yeah, man. I think that's gonna be our show tonight, man. I appreciate you guys for being candid, man, being open like always, man. And do you guys have anything you guys want to say before you get off here? Any closing remarks before we go ahead and get off here tonight, man?
No, I'm good.
Oh, I think everything was said. I'm good.
Good show.
Good.
Firm foundation with these marriages. Firm foundation. Good
Yeah.
on Christ. Solid rock.
Solid rock.
Anything else?
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I'll say one thing. And if you're single and you think you're ready for marriage, hang around people that's married.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say you want something and you still doing the same things. You're not ready to give up something or sacrifice. Get around the right people.
You know what?
It's different on this side of the wall. So if you think you really want this, start hanging around people that live the lives that we live.
Yeah.
And remember this. I did got something to say. Let me try to back up. Every marriage has dents. It's okay. Truth be told. Even Big Mama, Mom and Daddy, your favorite auntie and uncle, every marriage has dents. Be through it long as it's not total. Remember that? You'll be okay.
Get through it. That's life.
Yeah.
Life ain't perfect and life ain't easy, man.
Every marriage got dents.
And the ones that make it look easy,
They got dents.
it's probably harder for them because they
They're working double time to make it look easy.
Yeah, they try to, it's harder for them. They putting on the show for you to watch. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So yeah, man. Hey, it ain't easy for anybody. Keep me in your prayers, and I keep you in mine too, man. So praying for each other, man. Supporting each other, loving on each other, man. And that's the thing. Check in with your brother. You know, check in with people. That's one thing I still need to work on, man, is checking in, because you be so locked in on what you doing, you forget about everybody else. I think about a friend from like 2 years ago, like, I wonder how he doing, what he doing. And then my pride won't even let me do it, because then I'm like, if I hit him up, how he gonna respond? Like, bro, I don't mess with you. Like, you ain't talk to me. You know, I start thinking about all these things.
Let me pose this to y'all. I know we in it. What if you feel like you always that person that check in?
Just reaching out.
That's another one.
And like your closest friends don't reach out to you. Like,
man,
I need some advice on that, because I don't want to feel some type of way about it, but I feel like I'm
keeping it bean.
Always
not your real friends, Meech.
No. I'm gonna keep it bean. It's okay, because every season of your life they're not supposed to go, right? And what you're not gonna do is it's easy to take it personal, but you realize, okay, you go that direction. Hopefully I'll see you down the road. Because if you hold on to it and harbor it, you'll be like, you will never call. You ain't gotta call, right? I wish you would, but me, you, Mike, Kev, I know we got enough people in our life where people who do call the contact, it's a genuine thing, right? So I feel you. I'm like, I ain't calling this joker no more. You gonna never call me.
Meech, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like, me personally, I feel like real friends put in effort. Tim has been my friend since I was 1 year old. We talk at least once a month, twice a month. I know he's in all, and he got his own thing. You know, Dante, he's been my friend for 15 plus years now. we talk at least now. We talk on the show all the time. But these are real friends. These are friends that keep up with you and stay in contact with you. Now, I've had friends I haven't talked to in 4 or 5 years. But are they friends? I don't call them friends. I'm being honest. They're and some people, like George says, are in your life for a season. And once you go to a new season, you start to see that maybe they are intimidated by where you're going. I'm being honest. Because once you get married, that was the biggest drop off. The biggest drop off of friends that I seen is once I got married and I got a different lifestyle now. You know, they don't want to be involved with you. They don't want to be with the kids. They want to be Meech in party mode Meech or Meech single Meech. They don't like married Meech. They like single Meech.
But one thing I want to say is though, don't ignore the junction of the Holy Spirit though.
Yes,
which is true.
Because God can be telling you to reach out to somebody. You may not want to.
That's enough.
That's the balance of it. Like, because you feel like your discernment is saying like, I need to reach out, man. What's going on? Like my boy that live out here, like we been friends for forever, and like I be feeling bad because I only hit him up when we going out or something like that. But that's my boy though. You know what I'm saying? He finally hit me up the other day, like, hey man, you good? Hey man, I ain't heard from you, man. I just got a new job. The kids doing good. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? That's my like that's a real friend to me. You know what I'm saying? But there's some jokers where like when you get married at a younger age, because I got married at a young age. I was 26, 27. I can't remember. Yeah, me too. But, 25. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's like they're dating, but they ain't married. So it's just different. You know what I'm saying?
And it should be.
Yeah.
It should be. I'll go quit it like this. There's people in your life who are going to be evergreens. And what I mean is there are trees on this planet that are forever green. Summer, spring, fall, winter. Evergreen. Those people are going to be with you no matter what. There's some people who are seasonal. The leaves going to fall. It's going to change. It's okay. Man. But those evergreens, you hold on to. I got a partner I talk to every day. Me and this man been cool since 7th grade. You hear me? We had one altercation because we were both stuck. I got 2 other partners I talk to every day as well. So the people who are my evergreens, I keep them in rotation. They keep me in rotation. I see these new people, it's cool. If I see you out on passing, hey, how the family, how the wife, how the kid, and we can keep it moving. Because I used to take it personal. I'm saying, dude, I ain't never did nothing wrong to nobody. I mean, it's me. It's G. But people move on. It's okay. Because you
for whatever reason, not like I don't even take it hard no more. I just be wondering, like, man, well, how y'all deal with that? That's why I posed that question.
Because you discernment. You know what I'm saying? God gives us discernment for a reason. You know the relationships that you're supposed to hold on to, and you know that some people are just busy and the relationship is still strong and you guys have a strong connection. But there's other people that you need to just leave by the wayside. You know what I'm saying? You ain't saying you don't love them or anything like that, but you know, you guys are in 2 different, totally different opposite seasons of your life. And there's no connection right now. And I'm fine with it. I tell Kania that all the time. I am totally fine now in my life where if we don't talk anymore, I still love you. I'll still reach out. If you call me if you needed something, I got you. But where I'm going is not where you going. You know what I'm saying? And I can try to pull you along and come with me. But if you ain't coming,
you get taxi.
What can I do?
I already got people on my wagon. I can't keep hitching everybody.
I'm trying to get you to come where I'm going because I'm not going back to where you at. I'm not.
That ain't happening.
Like where my life is right now, I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's life, man. It is. And I knew you was gonna go through that, Meech. I knew it because I went through it. Every man has to go through these different, transitions in their life. And when you get married, that's a big one. And then when you have children, that's an even bigger one. Because now you're connecting with people that's more like you. Now you want to have friends that have kids. They want to do like that's really what it is. So, man, I mean, I'm glad you asked that question because I think all of us still deal with that. Like, we got friends that we've had for years, and it's like, man, like, what happened? Where is he?
I lost friends in 3 phases of life. When I fully committed my life to Christ, lost a lot of friends. When I got married, I lost a lot of friends, and when I started having kids, people start falling off. So it's like them 3 phases of life is probably when I lost the most people in my life.
And I'm being honest, me, half the dudes in my wedding, I had like 10 guys in my wedding. I don't talk to half of them.
Yep,
That's
crazy.
I'm being honest, it's crazy. I don't like,
Crazy.
and it's like, man, I be looking back sometimes like, I don't feel like what happened? Like, where's the disconnect? But it
It's
ain't
like-
all-
It's like what George said. Like you a stand up guy. Like I mean, I ain't did no wrong. I ain't did no wrong. Yeah, we probably be boys for life. But it is what it is. My life's so busy now, bro. I talk to 5 people throughout the week.
man.
Yeah. Right. But that's not it. Everything got to have a pruning season, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know, thinking how the weather change, leaves fall off. And, you know, it's part of it. You know, because now I got 3 new brothers in my life for Josh, so it's just part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
all part of pruning seasons, man. You got to keep rolling with it.
I like that. Yeah, man, that's gonna be our show, man. Hopefully, y'all got something out of this, man. These dudes are dropping gems tonight, man. So we appreciate everybody, and man, and be on the lookout for all the shows that we do. We got our Hoop Heads podcast, our show on Thursdays, me and Dante. Be on the lookout for that, and then watch out for our flagship show on Sundays at 7:30 as well. Man, appreciate you guys, man, for taking your time out every week doing this with me on the Tuesday. It's been awesome, like always, man. So I can't wait till next week. We got another conversation. Y'all boys send me some questions. Like Meech, I like that you asked that. Put that in the chat next time so I can put that on. People want to know that type of stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
Sure. So yeah, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Have a great night. Love y'all and see y'all next week.
Love y'all boys.
Peace out.